A Phoenix police officer who has spent the past 30 years protecting the city's streets is getting ready to hang up his badge. Full disclosure here, Officer Mike has a special connection to Today in AZ. He also happens to be Rachel Cole's dad.
So we decided to hold Take Your Daughter to Work Day just a little early this year. Rachel is spending the morning with her dad, seeing what it's like to be a Phoenix police officer. So Rachel, what's the first thing he does in the morning?
Well, the first thing he does in the morning is complain about having to show up an hour early for me to be here with us on Today in AZ. So I feel really bad that after 30 years, he had to be in an hour early, but we certainly appreciate it. This is Officer Mike. This is my pop. I'm so freaking proud of him. We want to know, how does the day start for you and the squad?
We start with briefing, and briefing is real simple. We talk about admin things. We talk about training issues. Our sergeant catches us up if it's like a Monday. We find out what happened over the weekend, anything that we need to know about, if there's problem areas. For some officers, it's their coffee time.
Sure, that's fine. And you said telling a few jokes, kind of keeping things light as you're getting briefed on everything that's happened overnight. I said you could just tune into Today in AZ to get briefed if you wanted to.
We watch Channel 12 now.
Well, we love that, and he changes all the channels too. But we know that we were talking about retirement, and it's kind of bittersweet. And why is that?
Well, you know, 30 years, it's been an interesting career. It's been fun. It's been crazy. But, you know, the tragedy like we had last Thursday, you know, Officer Rutherford, a lot of guys don't make their retirement.
Yeah, and we were talking about that, the dangers and the safety issues that come with all of the police work. You know, a lot of police families that we've spoken to just aren't sure if their officer is going to return home, and we saw that last week, and our prayers do go out to the Rutherford family. We were out at the fundraiser yesterday, so we know that it's a scary thing. How have you been able to make it through and just keep the confidence?
You know, a tragedy happens, and then kind of the information kind of leaks out slowly. But, you know, the next shift shows up, and they go to briefing, they go out, they start answering the radio calls just like every other day. You try to put it out of your mind, the risks. I mean, you obviously want to keep in mind that, you know, your tactics and your safety, make sure you got your backup with you. But, you know, I just kind of put it out of my mind and just try to take call after call.
Sure. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about everything else he's done in the 30 years, including a little bit of the DARE program and talking to kids about what we call hippie lettuce.
Marijuana.
Oh, we're going to tell you about that. Oh, and one of the crazier things that you've seen, which was he's going to give us a teaser.
I saved Thanksgiving.
Ooh, we're going to tell you about that at 6 o'clock. We'll send it back to you, Paul and Emma.